Dear students, welcome to virtual class of Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai. I am Sreekumar. The class is for 7th standard students. Subject is mathematics. Let me begin the class.
Dear students, this is the fourth video of the first chapter, Geometrical Constructions. You studied certain fundamentals of construction, you rewinded it or recalled it, and then you constructed something more in this chapter. You studied about angle bisector and their properties and the concept of perpendicular bisector and their properties. Thereafter you started construction of a triangle when different aspects of a triangle, sometimes all three sides are given, sometimes two sides and the included angle is given, sometimes two angles and included side is given, then sometimes right angled triangles measurements are given. Anyway, my dear students, you are doing a wonderful job. Why? Because when we studied about 1, 2, 3 counting, or when we studied about addition, subtraction, multiplication and division in class 1, 2, 3, 4, that time we were not knowing that how frequently we have to use, how useful it is in understanding the day-to-day life and as well as understanding mathematics better. In the same way, when we studied about simply about angle bisector, perpendicular bisector, then construction of triangle, we were making foundation for future construction activities. The word construction is having a lot of importance in our day-to-day life, is it not? When I say construction, simply something like a construction of a building you may remember, or you may remember about construction of a very small thing like a SIM card in your mobile. All these are constructed. For that we need accurate measurement and construction of it on a paper before making it in the factory. Right? The place where you are sitting now, and if you look around, you will see that there are a number of things around you. There are switchboards, there are various electronic gadgets because of online teaching. There will be many other wooden articles, there will be plastic articles. All these are made by construction of it in a paper, then making it accordingly with accuracy. So my dear students, why I am talking, we are closing the chapter with this video, but we should understand that this is just beginning, just like how you started counting, the way you started addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, the same way. A part of mathematics which we consider as geometry just started for you, and those who are interested will learn about it more and will contribute it to the field of mathematics in future. Understood? So with that interest you should conclude the chapter. The concluding part of the chapter is having a very important aspect of geometry, which is named as congruence. This word is not new to you, I know that. You have heard the word and you have studied the symbol for it. How do we present congruence in mathematics? Congruence is having a sense that, I would say, exactly matching. What is it? It is just like exactly matching. Exactly matching in the sense that exactly matching. So there can be different type of matching. Yes, there can be. It looks similar, we will say sometimes similar, both are looking similar. So they are not exactly matching. If you go to take the Xerox of a photograph, you can make it enlarged, big, you can make it minimized. So they look similar, but they are not exactly matching. Ek chota ek bada hai. So congruence is having a meaning matching exactly. Remember that. With that small information about congruence, let me get into little bit realistic approach or practical method of understanding it. so that you will get it. This is a very simple aspect compared to whatever concept you learned so far. This is a simple aspect, but the word congruence will be there with you for at least now you are in class 7, 8, 9, 10. You will be using this term very frequently in mathematics, especially geometry class. So the matching, exact matching is what is congruence. Here there are two triangles. And these two triangles are exactly matching, or they are exactly the same. Exactly the same. If you take the measurement of this triangle ABC and DEF, what measurement you have to take? You have to take the measurement of AB and that of DE. They will be equal. Then we will say that those two sides are congruent. The term is congruent. Exactly matching. It can be in such format we use, or in such situation we use the term congruence. See, here is another set of congruent triangles. But this triangle, you will say, it's very big. Yes, it is very big. Compared to this one, it is very big. But they are not congruent. If you place AP, if I am naming this triangle as X, Y, Z, then triangle ABC and triangle XYZ, are they congruent? No, they are not congruent. They are future, in 10th standard you will study about the concept of similarity. They are similar. There is a relationship between, they are just like big and small of size of same figure. Understood? So that way the congruency works. Congruency is having a concept that they will be exactly similar or exactly alike in all respect. This particular symbol which just appeared here, I don't know how many of you noticed it. I will change the color and show you. This particular figure, this is the symbol used for representing congruency. If I write here triangle ABC and put the symbol here, this is read as congruent. And this is a symbol of congruency. So triangle ABC congruent to triangle XYZ is written like this. Here these two triangles are congruent. These two triangles are congruent. Understood? So my dear students, in the case of congruency you will be getting exactly matching set of figures. This part of the lesson is comparatively easy. You constructed triangles. When you compare with that, you have simply follow a concept or keep a concept in your mind for future studies. When you think about future studies, this is having a lot of importance and it is important. Okay, let me go ahead. Okay, what are these figures? Figures are commenting. A set is there. A set means a pair. And they are simply rectangles, we can say. Are they congruent? Are the sides of the rectangles are equal? If the sides are equal, they are congruent. Right? So which sides? This is length should be matching with L here, breadth should match with the breadth. Then they will be congruent with each other. Because if the opposite sides are congruent, this will be congruent, this will be congruent. If the length and breadth of a rectangle is equal to the length and breadth of another rectangle, we will say that they are congruent. How will we represent a rectangle or a four-sided figure which is named as quadrilateral right here? We can name it as ABCD if I mark it like this. Something interesting aspect of mathematics. And you can name this as E, F, G, H. So triangle ABCD is congruent, rectangle ABCD is congruent with the rectangle E, F, G, H, you would say. So as simple like that. Okay, so it can be, it is not for a triangle, not for any particular figure, any figure which is exactly similar will be coming. Here is a big rectangle and it is not congruent with ABCD or EFG. The third one is not congruent with the other two. Okay, I would like to write another simple or representation here. If you show like this, it is read as not congruent. That means if I have tried, I name this as X, Y, Z is little tough here. I will put the name K, L, M and N. So I will say rectangle ABCD is not congruent with the rectangle K, L, M, N. So you will wonder that is it the congruence is always talking about figures. मैं आपके लिए congruence concept सिखा रहा हूँ. This may be the area of ABCD, area of KLM in future. Again, what I am trying to say, I am trying to make you understand the concept of congruence. There was some leads given from your textbook, some idea given in your textbook. You will go through the textbook and I will always advise that textbook is the book which is prescribed for you, mathematically true, scientifically true, to follow a concept. My duty is to use that and make it familiar for you. Once you are familiar, the thing is done. Keep it in your brain and keep it in your memory and go ahead, you will find everything easy. So the concept of congruence is related with the concept of making exactly similar. Let me remove all what I have written here. This is a digital board, it has got its own peculiarity. Okay, and let me go ahead. Okay, as I told you, it is not about figures always. This is a line segment, what you have studied. Line segment. Line segment you have studied. You studied the ABCD of geometry, I would say. ABCD of geometry you started with, according to me, it is started with point. Then you studied about line. Then you came to the concept of a piece of line, what is named as line segment. A part of line, what is named as line segment. This can be line segment AB. This is a line segment. Okay? Now let us make more line segments. Here is another line segment which can be named indifferently, and we will name it as line segment PQ. Then we will think about one more line segment. Let this can be named as RS. These are all our choice, what to name, what alphabets to be used. Let us do one more. This is quite big, long, I would say, quite big, it is quite long. So this can be named as line segment X, Y. Now the question is, are they congruent line segment? Line segment AB, we will write like this way it writes. Is this congruent with line segment PQ? Is this congruent with line segment RS? Is it congruent with line segment XY? No, it cannot be. So put it here. How to know this, whether they are congruent with each other? For that you should have some. When I said about rectangle and triangle, I was simply saying, now we are getting into accuracy. We need to measure the length of the line segment to determine whether they are congruent with each other. Let me see whether I will get a scale or anything like that for measuring it, or any kind of methodology by which I can go and measure. I will go to the geometry box and take this scale. That will be good. Here is a scale, electronic scale. Suppose this, I am simply measuring. There is no such concept. This is this scale is having a peculiar scale, can be long, big, and all. That is a different thing. Okay. Here is a scale. Okay. Now this is somewhat like 12 centimeter. And it is not 13, 12.7 I would say. When I measure this is also 12.7. This is also 12.7. If I write here 12.7, 1 second. This is having a length of 12.7 centimeter, 12.7 centimeter, 12.7 centimeter. Okay. 1 second, this did not come out properly. 7 centimeter, 12.7 centimeter. Remove this. This is not required. Okay. So all these are 12.7 centimeter, but if I move the scale to the line segment XY, I came to know that it is 22.5 centimeter. Understood? 22.5. So why I said about this? So the matter of accuracy comes. Accuracy is the master of mathematics. There is no such suppositions here. The supposition will be changed into accuracy in mathematics. Mathematics is always accurate, perfect. 22.5 means 22.5. Zyada hai na kam hai. That's why whenever we hear some data from any source, data means any kind of number, information in numbers, we believe it. We believe it because we believe in maths. When we talk about maths, it is always exact. Now we were talking about coming to the conclusion of the chapter. The chapter helped us to understand a big concept in geometry, which is named as congruence, my dear students. It is easy, but don't take it easy. It is talking about matching exactness of a figure with other. Forget about figure now. Think about certain things which are exactly matching. One can be kept on the other. Congruent triangles, congruent circles. Oh, I told about circles now. Circles are also part of our geometry. Let me move to circles or angles and other aspects of this congruence. Let us think about circles now. These are two circles. Are they similar or, sorry, not similar, are they congruent? These are two circles, are they congruent? What decides the congruency of a pair of circles or a number of circles? It is decided by one circle coming exactly on the other. But on a paper it is difficult. Then what you will do? You will measure the radius of it. Because we know that circles are made by compass having a particular radius. Right? Suppose this is, you know what is a compass. So, suppose that if I am taking, it is shown here that this length is 2 centimeter. Okay. Suppose that if I draw a circle here with the help of this compass, 1 second, if I draw a circle of exactly 2 centimeter, one here, without disturbing, I am drawing one more here. Both are of 2 centimeter. So we will say that by marking the center of it, marking the center here and here, exactly I will mark it when you have to mark it where that compass point is there. P is the center, Q is the center. Let us name the circle P and Q. Circle P and Q are here and they are having a radius which is equal to 2 centimeter. So circle P is congruent to circle Q. In the case of circle, it is like that. Understood, my dear students? The circles are congruent when their radius, both the radius are congruent. Then the circles are congruent. That you should know, which is very important. So in the case of line segments, they should have equal length. In the case of circle, this circle is not congruent with the first two circles. This is an angle. What about angles? Here is another angle. Are they congruent? What will decide? The congruency of two angles will be decided by their measure. You know this instrument named as protractor. You take the instrument and measure the angle. And it happens to be 40 degree. How much? 40 degree. Let us take the same protractor to the other one and measure the angle. You know how to do all these things. And this is also 40 degree. So write 40 degree. These two angles are congruent. How to name the angle? Your angle can be named as ABC. This can be DEF, and the statement can be angle, which are represented like this. ABC is congruent to angle DEF. Why congruent? Because the measure of the angles are congruent. Understood, my dear students? So congruency, though it is, this angle is entirely different. We are sure that this angle is more than, this angle is more than 40 degrees. So we will say that they are not congruent. Angle ABC, let me name this as PQR, and I will say an angle PQR, if you ask me, I would say that they are not congruent, cross. Interesting. Very simple when you compare with what you did with construction of triangle, but very important if you think about your future geometry studies, the concept of congruence. Okay, the concept of congruence, and my duty of developing concept of congruence in you is coming to an end here on removing all this. So my dear students, simply go through the textbook. Keep the textbook open, go to the topic of congruence, the first chapter, last part, enjoy it. And we are concluding the lesson 1. Check yourself whether you understood the concepts given in that, the important concepts given in that, like angle bisector, its congruence, then perpendicular bisector, its concept, then construction of triangles, then congruence. In this you have enough to practice different ways or different aspects of construction of triangle, when 3 sides are given, when 2 sides and an angle is given, when 2 angle and 1 side is given, when right angle triangles properties are given. Lot of things to practice. Practice makes man perfect. And maths is full of practice. हाँ, टीचर ने जो बताया समझ में आया, लेकिन उधर ही रह गया, because you did not practice. It should not happen. You may have internet connection, you may have guide, you may have my video, you may have many things, but until and unless your brain, eye, hand coordination and practicing is not done, it is impossible to deal with mathematics. So my dear students, please practice. Thank you.
Now click on the subscription button below to subscribe the channel, then the bell button to get the notifications of the new videos. Thank you.